My trip through wild and wonderful West Virginia begins here at North Bend State Park. Let's take a look at this magnificent area. Well, we made it to the end of the trail, which means it must go the other way. So that is fine. No worries there. But we're on the other side of the campground now, so see what we can find over here. There's all sorts of trails at this park. Fortunately, the check-in station hasn't been open since I've been here, so I haven't been able to get a map. But hopefully they'll be open for the next round of check-ins, which start at 1. So the nature trail is named for Ewell Gibbons, who always wanted to be a writer, it said. He traveled west and lived off the land. There's Ewell here in his home in Troxelville, Pennsylvania, foraging for food, cleaning some fish. Very interesting. There they are with the sign, so pretty neat. I climbed up these stairs because I was curious to see what was up here. I'm pretty sure I knew what it was based on the sign, but around the back here is a pool. And here's that pool. So nice little pool. Some, nice theming with those rocks there and some nice lounger chairs. Might have to check this out later. It's gonna be warm. Beautiful day. Rained earlier in the morning, but your mountain rain. That pool looks very, very enticing. So it's limited to 100 people due to the current health situation, but nice. All right, so after looking at the pool, I got back on the nature trail, headed back through my campsite. Now I'm at the junction here for some other trails. We have the Southern Railroad Trail, which is going to be purple. The nature trail, which is orange, I guess yellow. I saw yellow places, but we'll see. And Hibbs Cemetery Trail, which is blue. Let's check it out. I'm up on the Southern Rail Line Trail, I believe it was called. And look at that beautiful creek down there. I just passed by the electric campsites. You had all the big rigs and stuff over there. And we're following the purple blazes. Might be able to see one behind me there. Very well marked. Nice trail. We're on the other side of the nature trail, a little up now. Feel those good rocks over there, which are pretty cool. Don't know how far this trail goes, since again I wasn't able to get a map. I took a picture of one that was at the center though, and so I'm kind of following that. But we'll explore before lunch, and after lunch I plan to go to the big trail, the big rail trail, which is sort of the main feature of this park. Why people come here, other than these awesome views, but the rail trail. All right, so it didn't take long today, but we are coming up to a footbridge, my favorite thing. So it looks like we're going to have a nice view here of a opening with rocks. Yes, lots of rocks. Look at this view. Now, I would imagine, it did rain, but it wasn't much. But imagine if this had more water going through it. You can see a little bit. Imagine if this was roaring, because it would connect down to this creek here. Look at that cool mushroom there. Can you see that? Look at that. But imagine if this was roaring. How cool this would be. But anyway, there's this little footbridge. We continue. Well, we've exited the forest and we sort of opened up to this. Isn't this beautiful? Really impressive. Also, I wish we could be higher, like up there, but there's a chance maybe I'll get to some mountains like that later in this 8-day adventure through West Virginia. don't know what that noise was. Did he sneeze? But two beautiful deer. We've made our way down. So we were up high above this creek earlier. We sort of hit the plateau by those deer. And now we've come alongside this water. So pretty peaceful, and yet here's the road right there. So you can see the different levels here in this park. Road, trail, water, and there's more. That pool was up another level. So impressive park for sure. Lots to do here. Look at this. And now I've made it down all the way to the creek itself. So not just looking at it from over there. There's the trail in that middle part there. Road, trail, creek. But now I'm down at the creek. Trail led right to it. Little side trail off the main trail. Look at that. I'm gonna venture down here and see what this is. Is that like a dam? Is that just a bridge of some sort? But I want to see what this massive structure is over here. You got some other little cabin things over here, so let's check this out first. So I've connected now to Barton's Lake Trail, which goes up that way, but I'm headed that way, which is also still part of the trail. I see those turquoise blazes, teal blazes, towards this dam or bridge or something, because I'm curious. Well, definitely appears to be a dam, and there is a marker here, so we'll go check it out, see what it is. North Fork of Hughes River Watershed Flood Prevention Water Supply and Recreation Dam. Look at that. Drainage area, total storage, permanent pool area, height 86 feet. Look at that. Looks like it was built in 2002. Nice. Well, we got the water moving into the dam. You can hear it maybe being pushed out. Look at that. Awesome. So here we have this natural gas and oil well, engine and pump. We're on the rail trail now. Natural gas and oil. First dug in 1948. Look at that. And the storage tank is up behind it, so here's the pump and the well. Okay. Cool. Then up here, you can smell the oil, is the storage unit. You can definitely smell it. That's for sure. Okay, well, I've made it to the North Bend Rail Trail. It's a 72-mile long trail from what I was researching, and I'm right at the junction point. I'm at the midpoint of it where the park is. So there's a nice sign if you're hiking in North Bend State Park. There's a nice bridge. I'll probably come back and do that, because how do you pass up the tunnel? Yes, we are going to go through the train tunnel first. Warning, travel at your own risk. Sounds like there's some people in there, so I'll wait for them to come on out. Tunnel number 13, Bonds Creek, 353 feet. And here's a marker for a train wreck. On May 31st, 1956, the B&O westbound National Limited Passenger Train wrecked as it emerged from Tunnel 13 at this site, and the engine tumbled into Bonds Creek on the north side of the bridge. Well, the engineer Joseph C. Riley, so almost a familiar name, not spelled right, and Paul Hooton were killed. 5 other people on the train were injured, including members of the train crew. Fascinating. I had no idea. There's Bonds Creek. So, the site of a train derailment in the 1950s. Over here, there's some people in the tunnel behind me, just waiting for them to head out hopefully soon so I can walk through. In the meantime, though, we'll enjoy all this. Okay, so the family is through. I can't guarantee it's going to be empty, but you got the number 13 up there, right? Isn't it interesting how they came out of tunnel 13 and wrecked? So 13 always being an unlucky number, but look at this. And it's definitely coming out great on the camera because of the light. So how amazing. I have my sunglasses on, so I can't see as well, but using the camera, I can see great. I mean, it feels like, in a way, walking through, you know, subway tunnels in Ghostbusters 2 or something, but this is amazing. Now imagine you're on that train and you're coming through here. You're coming through, and you come out of there, and you're gonna derail. Scary stuff. Coming up here towards the end of tunnel 13. So from what I understand, there are 11 tunnels and 35 bridges on the 72-mile trail. And right here at the park, I got a tunnel and a bridge with a tragic history. We have a gazebo here. Looks like it's gazebo 29. And it's in memorial of Matt Turner, West Virginia State Policeman, Lieutenant Matt Turner. So nice, you can kind of sit here by the creek, Bonds Creek. There's a trail that goes up there, so I wonder what's up there. I'm not checking it out right now. I'm doing the rail trail, but just imagine, you know, again, imagine the trains coming through. We get to this tunnel, tunnel 13, and when we get to the other side, we're falling into the creek. Scary and sad all at the same time. Okay, so we are coming up to tunnel number 12. Tunnel 12. And this will probably be my turnaround point. I'll walk through the tunnel, see what's on the other side, and then head back. So a couple other trails I want to do too. But this would be something to research to see, you know, can you actually do the 72 miles? Are there enough spots where you can get to campgrounds and stuff like that to do a continuous through hike or not? So, I don't know. I'll have to research it. Because if it's flat like this all the way, the only real difficult part would be the mileage. This one, a little different. It's so cool, temperature-wise in here. Look at that. Look at that. I don't think that was in the last one. It may have been. But that's the mountain that we're going through. Here's these high walls. And then the mountain right there. You can hear sort of the water dripping down through the cracks and crevices. I know I've driven through West Virginia, Florida, on the way to Florida, Your car goes through tunnels, and it's a cool spot, but this is even cooler. Because you're just walking through it. This one I definitely have to take my sunglasses down. This is a long tunnel, and it's very dark. It'd be cool to ride through on your bike. Wet through here, so I gotta be careful. We're almost through it. This one feels longer than 13, but it didn't say. Wow, really, really cool. I just can't get over the rock on top. I put my glasses back on as we're literally like in the mountain. I know that's what the tunnel is doing, but to see the exposed part of it, that's pretty awesome. Now, unlike 13, it doesn't look like there's any pavilion, which is okay. But there was that nice picnic pavilion when I came out of 13. 12 does not seem to have that, but we're back out on the trail nonetheless, through the mountain. So here's a post which says 30, so I'm thinking this is mile 30, which means that 29 I saw at the shelter after coming out of tunnel 13 was not for pavilion 29, but for mile 29. So I'm assuming I'm at mile 30 on this trail. Pretty cool. Alright, so I'm back in tunnel 12, got the rock up there, of course. Let's see if we did an echo. Yeah, a little bit. Not too much though, but enough. So you can see where the light is up there. That's when you can start to see the opening of the other side. So again, imagine you're a train going through this. How cool this would be. And now, you can walk through it, you can ride your bike through it, you can ride your horse through it. I've got some water drip down me. Nice. Right here on the side, you can actually touch the rock. Look at that. Look at that. Got the light on the camera. You can kind of see a little bit, but look at that. Almost at the end. And we're heading out of tunnel 12 again. And I would say, I'm sure, your mind could definitely play tricks on you in there. I could imagine someone being a little scared walking through there. Especially if it's a overcast day or a rainy day. It is definitely pretty cool, but I could definitely, like I said, I could imagine someone maybe seizing up a little bit walking through there, or hesitating to even walk through there. Because it does get very dark, but definitely pretty cool. And as I get back to my campsite, that's going to do it for my video here of North Bend State Park. I really enjoyed this park, and I hope that you enjoyed getting to see some of the sights around this magnificent area of West Virginia. The train trail was really outstanding with the tunnels and the bridges and the history of the train disaster over the creek. Really, really fascinating. So stay tuned for more videos of my adventure through wild and wonderful West Virginia. Plenty more to share as I make my way across the state and eventually into Pennsylvania as well too. So see you next time. Thanks for watching.